Hey everyone, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Transformers animated Autobot Ratchet transforming action figure. This is a deluxe class transformer which was released in 2007. I bought this Ratchet in 2010 through Hasbro's website, hasbrotoyshop.com, and paid $11 for the set. As you can see here, this is the initial release of Autobot Ratchet through the Transformers animated line, and he comes with a few tools. They're interchangeable arm tools, which is pretty neat. Taking a look at the this side of the package here, you have a picture here of Ratchet in his bot mode and in his alt mode, which is a rescue vehicle. And here you can see a description of Autobot Ratchet with his galactic powers and abilities, which is kind of cool. And down below you can see other figures from the Transformers animated line. You have Bumblebee, Prowl, and Black Arachnia. So let's go ahead and open this guy up, and we'll be right back. Okay, we have Ratchet out of the package and in his alt mode, that of a rescue vehicle. But we'll go over the items that came with Ratchet first. First up is the small fold-out catalog of Transformers animated items. It's pretty neat. It shows you all the different lines of toys, role-play items, and games that are in the Transformers animated line, or were in the Transformers animated line, since most of it is no longer available. And on the other side you have Transformers Universe and also other non-toy related items on there. Pretty neat on there. Next thing we'll take a look at here are the transformation instructions for Ratchet. It's on 7 steps to transform from robot to alt mode. Or I mean from alt mode to robot mode. And to transform him back, I guess you just go in reverse order there. And it's interesting, they also show you how to store the tools on Ratchet's backpack when he's in his bot mode. It's kind of interesting, and also how to put it into his hands there. Pretty cool. And we'll go ahead and take a look at some of the tools that come with Ratchet, and these are actually better suited for his bot mode. They're pretty useless to Ratchet when he's in his alt mode, and nowhere to place them, so they just hang loose, I guess. But this is some sort of hammer pick combination. This is looks like a can opener on there, and this one looks like a wrench on there. Pretty neat. And looks like a screwdriver here. And each of the tools has this clip-on attachment to go to the backpack, and it's on a hinge here on there. Kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look at Ratchet here in his alt mode, that of a rescue vehicle. Interesting. Not quite a fan of the alt mode here, just because they use a combination of clear plastic for the front window and then painted windows on the side. It just doesn't look quite right. And I don't know if the video is picking it up well, but there seems to be multiple colors of red on here. It just right. This is a darker red here. This is a brighter red here, and it just doesn't go well. doesn't blend, so it just really sticks out. And this is darker here, this is lighter red here, it's lighter than this red here. And then in the different panels here, this is a darker red than this red here. That one doesn't show up in the video well at all, but this is darker here. So you got all these colors of red just everywhere, and it's just haphazard, and it doesn't look nice on there. And you got the front end here, you got the Autobot symbol there, and some painted headlights, and I think this is a winch on there. There is a little bit of underside junk underneath, right there, you can see it, and just a tiny bit of kibble there. And it does roll freely on there. Not too bad. This doesn't impede any of the rolling action on there. You can see what looks like legs underneath. So, but this is a Ratchet in his alt mode. Not too great, but it's alright. Hopefully the bot mode is a lot better. So we'll be back and have Ratchet in his bot mode. Okay, we have Ratchet here in his bot mode, and the design for Ratchet is actually pretty nice. I only have some minor quibbles with the figure, and I think it's just something specific to my figure. But going over the figure here in more detail, you can see Ratchet here in a close-up. He's got some nice details on his face there, and he's got some light piping in his eyes there. It's pretty neat. And you can see the little broken off, I don't know what you call that, horn type thing on there. So you've seen the ravages, I guess, of battle. And that's kind of a neat touch that they included that from the animated series on there. It's pretty neat. And what's kind of cool here is that he's got this spring-loaded tool-like weapon here that you just let that go, and it springs into his hand ready for action for him to work on something. It's kind of neat. And he has those 4 tools, 3 over here I put on the backpack and 1 in his hand here. And if you remember those clips, I'm going to pull that out there, and you can see the little clip there. You can either clip it onto one of the 4 notches over here if you want to put it on his backpack, or if you want him to hold the tool, you can actually clip it onto there where the spring-loaded tool is to secure it in place, and he'll hold it pretty tight on there. So that's kind of a neat thing there. And so overall, it's a lot better in bot mode than it is in his alt mode. That's for sure. I really like this figure in his bot mode. The minor quibble I had is his toes. His toes are a little loose, and I think that's just my figure right here, especially this toe right here. And because his toes are loose, it's just a little bit harder to balance him, especially with the backpack, making him a little back heavy. So you just really have to work on it a little bit to stand him up just right, or have him in a more dynamic pose. But for a crotchety old Autobot, I don't think he's going to be in very... he won't be in too many dynamic poses. So. But going over the articulation for Ratchet here, his head only goes all the way around. It doesn't tilt up or down on here, but it does push up and down. That's because of the transformation. It's on a little spring here. So, but his head just goes side to side on there. His arms do go all the way around, and they do go out and in a little bit, but since his door paneling, it'll just bonk him on his head there. So these things are a little tall here. He has some swivel just above the elbow here, and so it can actually swivel all the way around. The elbows do bend on there. It's pretty neat. And as I mentioned earlier, the fingers move, and he has an opposable thumb that moves as well. There's no torso or waist articulation, but his legs are on a swivel and hinge joint, so it can swing up, down, just a little bit to the back, and it actually does go out to the side. It's pretty neat. He has a thigh rotation which can go all the way around. He has knees that bend, and that also bend to the side. I think that's more for the transformation on there. There is that toe articulation that's rather loose on here, and he also has this heel right here that I think is actually pretty useless, because most of the time that heel is in the back of his foot here, and this acts as a balance for his back foot there. So I'm not too even sure why they included this heel on there at all. So overall, it's a very nice transformer. I really like it. It's very true to the animated series figure or character, especially in bot mode. I don't really quite like the alt mode. I think it's a little out of scale for one, and it just doesn't, the colors just don't blend well. But still, it's a lot better in his bot mode. But this is my casual peek into the Transformers animated Autobot Ratchet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.